Hey, beautiful people, how you doing? Today I want to reach out to my younger brothers that's still out there, man, that's stuck in the game. You know, you're still doing your thing. You know, you're still a part of whatever you're a part of, whatever affiliation you may have going on, whatever loyalty, man, or connectivity that you may still have to, be it the street codes, you know, be it your hood, a set, whatever it may be. Today I want to reach out to you, man. I want to be as transparent, as real as I can with you, right? First and foremost, let me say this. I'm coming to you in love, man, because I understand that, to be honest with you, for a lot of you young brothers, you really was me like, 20-something, 30 years ago, right? And today, right, I just wish to be you. In other words, I'm hoping that you get to the point to where you get to see where I'm at, or the age that I'm at, right? And the level of maturity and leveling up, and why making certain choices are so extremely important. So with that being said, right, let me start off by saying to you guys, listen, on behalf of every man that ever failed you, that looked like me, every form of authority, every uncle, every, father figure that was supposed to have been their stepdad or whatever, bro, that didn't step up to the plate to try to give you guys a little more than you got, you know what I mean, to work with right now. I want to start off by giving you a sincere apology, my brother. On behalf of everybody that ever failed you, I just want to say, man, listen, I apologize. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry for everybody who failed you in life, first and foremost. That is, being there to nurture you, being there to show you love, being there to show you what it is to be a man, or, a male figure, depending on what stage and age and phase you are in your life. So again, I apologize, bro. I know how that can make you feel. Right? I was raised without a father, and I struggled in many areas of my life simply because I just didn't have that. You know what I'm saying? It's like everything I touched, I had to find out whether or not it was hot for real. You know what I mean? And some of the people that I learned game from, not everybody was loyal. Not everybody really had my best interest at hand. Not everybody really cared for me, to be honest with you. You know what I mean? You know how it is, because I'm sure if you out there by now, you done got burnt a few times. You done seen the flaw that be in certain dudes. You know what I'm saying? Some of the older brothers, some of your own partners that's in your age bracket, how they run your snag. You know what I mean? Dudes say they gonna be there. Some of y'all done been to jail, and dudes weren't there for you to do nothing for you. The same cats was trying to knock your baby's mamas off, right? So, I'm hip. I know what time it is. In other words, I've already done what you've done, exceeded what you're trying to do, right? And I just come back from the grave to tell the tale. You know what I mean? So I want you to understand that you're talking to somebody, or somebody's talking to you that's not talking down to you, but talking to you out of love, that understands some of the stuff that you go to as a young man, specifically a young black male. Today I want to encourage you guys, man, listen, start working on your exit strategy. Start working on your exit strategy. What I mean by that is, listen, the game don't last forever, man. There are no reigning kings. There's only one reigning king, man. His name is Jesus Christ, first and foremost. Right? So that means that no matter who you are, to your set, to your city, you know what I'm saying, to your hood, to your partners, ain't no reigning kings in the game. Trust me when I tell you that. By the time as I was 19 years old, I had already touched well over $1 million. And my exit strategy was to get into the music business, right? I didn't want no moms and pop store. I wanted something, you know what I mean, that could allow me to be what I wanted to be, live comfortably, and plus I just loved the music game at the time, right? So I started, funneling my little change into music, and got my own label, and so on and so forth. And this back in 1995, 96. Those who know me know what time it is. You know what I mean? Started Sloppy Tight Entertainment, so on and so forth. Where I fell short was I just didn't get out on time. And even where I fell short of was I didn't have a me in my life to tell me what I'm now telling y'all. Make sense, right? So when I say start working on your exit strategy, I mean this. Bro, listen, don't be listening to them rappers out there telling you about this, that, and the next thing in the game. If them dudes was doing all that they telling you, they'd have been in the feds by now. Trust me, I spent 21 years in the feds. I'm certified to tell you this. All right? So everybody that's rapping about it, everybody that's saying this and that about what they doing, and man, that stuff is on wax. And I'm not saying dudes ain't did what they did. I ain't saying some still ain't doing it. If they are, they stupid to me, because I don't know. You hustle to become successful and to become legit, not to continue to keep hustle taking penitentiary chances. But that's another story. as far as I'm concerned, for you young brothers, I want you to work on your exit strategy. We live in a technical, savvy world now, where that computer that you got in your hand, because that's what them iPhones is, they're computers. If you Google certain things, trucking companies, Forex, certain stocks, whatever, man, you can watch YouTube. You can learn about ways to put money in something. Am I condoning what you're doing? No, I'm trying to save you. Because the only exit strategy that most of you will ever have, if you don't apply what it is that I'm giving you right now, is an early grave, right? Early grave, and we know how that go. Dudes pour out some liquor, wear a t-shirt for you, talk this and that about your dead homie, and after you gone, them same dudes are trying to sleep with your baby mama. Not all of them, but man, let's keep it 100. You guys know what time it is. Everybody in your circle ain't loyal. Everybody in your circle don't mean you well, right? So you got to start independently, man, not collectively, right? Collectively, if you got dudes that's loyal like that, but independently, you need to start working on your exit strategy, right? Your exit strategy is that which causes you to legitimize yourself, right? And put you in a position where you don't have to find yourself in no early grave. You don't have to find yourself with no lengthy incarceration. Because I'm here to tell you, drug laws ain't gonna be changing no time soon, bro. We've already went through that. Those guys like myself who went through that 87, that 90, and that 2000 early, ain't no more Obamas coming in to make no crack laws change. That ain't happening. So that means that when most of you dudes go to jail, you're gonna spend the rest of your life in there. And I'm here to tell you, it's a different world, bro. I don't care what you do on the street. Most of you not cut for that. Because why? Humans weren't created to be locked up. So it ain't got nothing to do with how hard you are, what type of work you didn't put in, what set you come from, what state you come from. That ain't got nothing to do with that, man. And I'm here to tell you, coming from the grave, I'm certified more than any. Listen, I stand on that. Man, them walls will talk to you at night. The walls talk at night. Everything that anybody ever told you that loved you, mama, grandma, anybody, you hear their voices. That's all you hear. And then after you go through that torment at night, right, because you got this lengthy sentence and ain't nobody coming to get you, and oftentimes most of us are so illiterate to the law, what ends up happening is we don't know that the lawyer taking us down through there too, right? So here's what ends up happening. You end up blowing all your appeals. Whether you got any valid or meritorious type claims, you don't know that because you don't understand the law. We come out of the hood, we come out of certain environments, so we ain't even thinking law. We thinking my lawyer got me. You know, that's movie. That's movie. I had about 8 lawyers. I had to learn law for myself, right? So we find ourselves in a situation, man, where now you're doing this lengthy incarceration. You got kids out there, and I know most dudes be like, man, I'm doing what I'm doing. I got to do this for my child, man. Bro, listen to me. That child that you talking about doing it for, with a lengthy incarceration, if you 20, 30 years old, that child gonna be, you know, let's say you get a 30-year sentence, right? You don't wisen up, listen to the stuff I'm saying, because you know everybody can do them. You're free to do you. I'm just sharing information. Even though they tell me, listen, man, them young cats ain't gonna listen, I'm still obligated to give you game. You know what I mean? That don't nullify my obligation to you, right? Because I understand where you at. It's easy for people to say that when they haven't been where you at. I've been where you at. You know what I mean? I'm trying to get you to where I'm at. That is becoming a legitimate businessman after, you know, serving 20-something years in prison. But I'm trying to eradicate the 20-something years that I served for you, right? So what happens is those kids that's 6, 12, 4, whatever it is today, bro, you go do 15, 20, 30 years, you do the math. You know, they don't need you that much no more, man. They've already grown up with the trauma, trust me. You know, I couldn't begin to tell you how difficult it was for me to try to mend some of the broken fences between me and my kids. And I was trying to be the best that I could as a father, but they don't understand that once you go away for so many years, because why? Just like you, without a father figure or without that person in your life to give you game, what happens is your kids now go through the exact same trauma that you went through. And we know how this superficial social media world is, man. It's heartless. So unless somebody's there to instill a real identity in you, you find yourself becoming everything for everybody every other day. So that means you really don't have an identity. You become whatever this rapper say. You become whatever this athlete do. You become whatever this individual that's popular in social media, this social media influencers say or do, right? And you find yourself just like chaff in the wind. You know what I mean? Like old leaves during autumn on a tree that's constantly just shaking and moving, just rattling, but with no compass, no guide, not knowing where it is that you're going, right? Work on your exit strategy for you, man. Find out what you want. Settle down, come up off your weed for a minute, come up off of the, whatever the drinks is that y'all on out there. Fall back for a minute, bro. Self-reflect, take some self-inventory. Find out what it is that you want for you. Who's the real you? Not the one you pretend to be. Not the one you are for the homies, for the set, for the city, for the state, based on your geographical location, cultural experiences. Not that person. Who are you? Who are you? Once you find out who are you, right, you get your identity up, your true identity, because you really know what time it is, bro. Whenever your senses ain't altered by weed and the music and the brew and the fans and all that, because the fans always gonna cheer you on as long as you're doing good. And as soon as you fall, they're gonna be the ones that say, listen, boy, I told him he should have done X, Y, Z. Trust me, I'm giving you game, bro. It's free game, right? Find out who you are. Once you find out who you are, write that down. After you write that down, I want you to start planning out the life that you want for yourself. Like, seriously. You know what I mean? Like, really, like, okay, my name is so-and-so. Man, I really want to do such and such. I'm really good with my hands. I'm really good with this. Man, I really want to open this type of business. Once you find that out, start working toward it. Exit as soon as you can. Exit as soon as you can. Listen, we got to come up with other strategies for you young brothers other than the grave and the penitentiary, man. Don't let no weed, no pills, no cocaine, don't allow no brew, I don't care what it is. Don't allow no alcohol to make you feel like, you know what, this is how it is. I'm going to ball until I fall. I'm going to ride it till the wheels come. All them stupid sayings that dudes who done crashed out 30 years ago been saying. And you dudes come around every 10 years and repeat the same thing. Man, listen, life is real. You only get one shot at life, right? And I tell you something, man, the older you get, you really want to stop perpetrating the fraud and being the fraud that you become simply because you don't know who you are. There's more to you, man. There's so much more to you, man. What happened to the little shorty that used to dream? Don't stop dreaming, bro. Do whatever you have to do to facilitate your dream, man. And I ain't saying stay in the game and facilitate it. That's not what I'm saying. I'm simply saying, man, start to actualize your dream. Go bigger than the block that you in. You greater than the 4 blocks that you raised up in, bro. Sometimes you got to just, for quiet time, you got to disappear. Go somewhere by the ocean. You got to step up out of your geography, man. Listen, you better than the plan that these people got for you. You better than the last man that failed and you trying to live up to whatever status he put out there for you. There's more to life than you've been experiencing, little brother. There's so much more to life. There's so much more to you. See, I'm gonna keep on coming at you. You know why? Bro, I love you. And I know sometimes it ain't that easy to make that transition. Some of you done put in a lot of work. Some of you, this didn't happen. Some partners done got killed. Y'all beefing with this dude and that dude. You know what I'm saying? I get it, man. I've been there. In other words, I turned the lights on for what you thinking or talking about. You dig what I'm saying? I turned the lights on for it. Me and my generation. That's why I came on this joint offering up an apology. Because some of us, we're the ones to blame for what you guys became. That's why I'm doing what I'm doing. Listen, work on your exit plan. Work on your exit plan. And as you continue, as you begin to work on your exit plan, you're gonna find out that a lot of dudes who say they for you really ain't for you. Because things are only good, right, with most dudes or people whenever we doing what it is that they want us to do, when they got that battery pack in our backs. But as soon as the real you emerge, you'll find out that, man, I really ain't got that much common with Day them, man. You know what I'm saying? Ray them really ain't really feeling me like that. And some of them dudes gonna call you Flo. They gonna say all this, that, and the next thing about you. But I promise you this: if you pursue your exit plan and the real you emerge, what will happen is this. You'll find that a lot of those brothers going to fall by the wayside. I ain't just talking about now. If you work your plan, you'll find out that, listen, in the future, you'll see like, man, what happened to so-and-so them? Man, such and such got killed. Man, what happened to such and such? Oh, man, you heard he got banned, man. Them feds came and got Buddy. Or he did this and that. Buddy doing this, he rotting away in the state. You know what I'm saying? That's just the way it is. It's by design, first and foremost. You know what I mean? What happens to many of us is by design. Bruh, many of us in the streets ain't even on the chessboard of life. They say our blocks are $1 million blocks, but not because the money we gonna make, but the money that they gonna make up off of us. Take it from somebody that know, man. I come out of the mud. I've been there, champ. I know what it is to do everything you can ever dream of doing. You know what I mean? And I'm coming back from the grave like Lazarus, man, to tell you dudes what time it is. Many people always say, man, them young dudes ain't gonna listen. It's not my job to make nobody listen, but I'm obligated to still convey the information. That's my job. I'm obligated to do that. Because everybody talking about what you guys won't do. Man, I still believe in you dudes. I believe in you because I realize that nobody want to wake up every morning just doing crime. Nobody want to wake up every morning committing murders. It comes out of hurt. A lot of things come up out of your pain. The reason why you don't respect certain older dudes is simply because they remind you of the father that left you. They remind you of the uncle that didn't step up. That's why many of us, we hate authority. Ain't no secret about it. I understand. I get you, man. I get you, little brother. I understand your pain. You know, I just want to let you know I love you, man. I love you, man. If nobody told you, bro, you're special, man. You're special, man. There's great on the inside of you. Listen, God didn't make no trash, champ. You know what I mean? You're a young king. You're a young prince. There's greater on the inside of you. You got so much to offer the world. Man, don't allow the 4 blocks or the geographical location that you in to define you. Step outside your block. The world is bigger than where you from. Let me repeat that again. The world is bigger than where you from. I don't care what state you from, the world bigger than that state. You know what I mean? Give yourself a shot, man. I don't care what you've done, bro. You haven't gone so far that God can't save you. You haven't gone that far to where you can't turn back. You got the power. Take your power back, kid. Take your power back, man. As long as you breathing, you got hope. As long as you breathing, you got hope, man. Take your power back. Don't play into the system. Don't play into it, man. Work on your exit strategy. Work on your exit strategy, champ. Listen, man, I love you. I believe in you. You know what I mean? And again, for that father figure, whoever it is that let you down, I apologize, bro. You know what I'm saying? Don't be so hard on yourself. Forgive that person for what it's worth and forgive yourself. Forgive yourself, man. Don't crash out. Take them battery packs up out your back, man. And I ask that the real you emerge. Hang tough, champ. I love you.